Just like with politics, if people don't understand when they say, "Well, you're voting Democrat or Republican," I'm like, neither, because those are bad choices to begin with. That's not true choice. That's the illusion of choice. Do you understand? So what I'm saying to you, here's my point, and I'm gonna make this point, then I'm gonna get to the recession stuff, because I know that's what I talked about before. You gotta really kind of be able to process things to sort of understand what racism does. Racism does not really give black people a real choice. Racial systems, the integration that we were sucked into, we were tricked into, never gave you a real choice to have real power. They make you think you have choices. But really at the end of the day, I think our choices are far more limited than they would be if we were able to step to the side, step away, and be in a space where we decide what choices are going to be available in the first place. Do you understand? So the power in the game is not just from the people who win the game. The power of the game is from the people who design the game. So when you go into this economic system, I encourage you, learn how to design the game. We have models in the Black Business School. We use things like the Sturdy model for children to teach them about wealth, systems, technology, entrepreneurship, relationships, and delegation for the youth. Most of this model doesn't have anything to do with like getting a good job or going to make sure you go to college or or managing your 401k. No, it's systems. Systems is like, if you can think, like, if you're a systematic thinker, you can scale a business. Technology, well, most of the wealthiest people in America are people that know technology, AI and all that stuff, Silicon Valley. Entrepreneurship, entrepreneurs are economic gods because entrepreneurs have the ability to give themselves a pay raise. Entrepreneurs get to decide who gets to climb through the glass ceiling and who doesn't, because you structured the organization in your image. You get to decide what happens in that system. That's where systematic racism, or whatever you want to call it, works in your favor. Relationships means that you have that ability to connect with people that are going to help you elevate, right? Which goes down all the way down to who you choose to marry, which unfortunately a lot of people never learn that. So they marry somebody that drains all their wealth. And then also delegation, the ability to team build and then pass the ball. And then you get to be like LeBron James used to be. If you remember, I'm gonna make this last analogy. This is a compliment to LeBron. I had a good buddy that was on the faculty at Georgetown University, who's a great professor there. I think he's still there. And we used to argue we would argue for hours back 25 years ago when LeBron James first came into the league. And the argument was this. I said, there's this kid who played in a McDonald's All-Star game. I said, I think he's going to be amazing. And my friend was like, no, he's not going to be amazing. He's going to be average. The NFL's full of great players. He's going to be average. I said, no, no, no. He's different. And he's like, well, why is he so different? I said, because he's not just able to score, like a lot of great players can. This kid he controls the game. He can see everything that's happening, and he manages the game. I said, watching him play in that game, he didn't even score all the points in the McDonald's All-Star game, but I had a feeling that he could decide at any point if he wants to score or not. But what he would do is he would see other players and distribute the ball. He would say, "Okay, you haven't gotten the ball in a while. You haven't gotten the ball in a while." I said he reminded me of a father playing basketball with his 10-year-old sons, right? If he's got three sons that they're 8, 9, and 10, and he's playing basketball, the dad knows he's the dominant player, but he doesn't have to dominate to know that he's the dominant player. He gets to decide, okay, little Billy didn't get the ball this time, so I'm gonna pass it to him. Okay, Jojo, you go around this way and I'm gonna give you the ball, right? So he's controlling the game. Do you understand? LeBron transcended basketball from a psychological level, and he's still great, right? He's still hanging in there.